It's 18 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning and welcome if you're just joining us. So, on Monday, the 4th of April, Tobago announced that Carnival will be taking place from the 28th to the 30th of October. And it's been received very well by the general population. Let's check in and see what's going on with Rockers, who has your spotlight on now.
Now, back in April, the Tobago House of Assembly announced that Carnival will indeed be happening in October 2022 in Tobago. This morning, I want to welcome the chairman of the Tobago Carnival Committee, Meisha Trim, to join us and chat a bit about what that carnival is going to look like. Good morning to you, Meisha.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I am fine, thank you. You got me up early.
And I appreciate you being here with us this early in the morning. So let's talk about Carnival in Tobago, October 2022. What are the dates that we are setting out and earmarking for this carnival, firstly?
All right, so it's the weekend of October 20th through October 30th, Friday to Sunday.
All right, and we're having activities for all of these days?
Yes, we are.
All right, so what
Friday,
is the...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just curious as to what the shape of the carnival looks like for those 3 days.
Good. The shape of the carnival. So the planning committee, which is what I am a head of, which is I'm chairman of the Tobago Planning Carnival Committee, and this in particular, the October Carnival. We have proposed a 3-day festival, and patrons, islanders, everyone coming in, they do have a lot to look forward to. We're packing a full weekend of what we would term or carnival, my Tobago Carnival. And so we propose to kick off the weekend with a pan event which would encompass, and I can't give you everything because we have not launched, but I will give you an idea. So a pan event that encompasses rhythm and steel, and on Saturday morning we move into Juve. A Juve that would be like no other. We have Juve portrayals, and we will move in right after to a mud festival hosted by Mud and Mud.
Okay.
On the evening of the 29th, we are looking at night mass, and on Sunday morning, we are doing the parade of the bands.
All right, so we're talking pan, we're talking Juve, we're talking parade of the bands. Those are the 3 main things that are happening on each day.
Yes, as far as we have built out so far, we have THA supported events, and then we have events that are planned by this planning committee. So on the Friday morning, the 28th, we are looking at a breakfast party hosted by Tuco that we are in fact supporting.
Okay, so what you're saying is that there are Trinidad entities that are coming over to Tobago to take part in this Tobago Carnival and being supported by the Carnival Committee and the THA, yes?
Well, yes, that speaks. Tuco is the Tobago division, but yes, there are entities that have expressed an interest. There are brands that we strategically want to come in place. We have already had Vibes with Voicey, the concerto, announce their, I believe it's the final for their year ending in Tobago, and this will be on October 27th, which is the Thursday before we kick things off.
Okay, so we're also leaving room and encouraging private entities to be able to take part in these carnival celebrations by hosting their own events, yes?
Most definitely.
And besides Vibes with Voicey, anybody else has expressed interest in being a part of it?
Oh, a number of persons have come forward, and we're just firming up. So I can't say it, but we're just firming up a couple of things in terms of, who, what, where, and when. But definitely the interest has been widespread, and we look forward to welcoming all, because this is going to be our first carnival of this nature in Tobago, separate from the national carnival.
Right, but I know in the past you would have had the Tobago Fest, which would have been something similar to carnival-esque activities happening around the same time in October. So is it that it's the first time, or is it a revitalization of that?
Oh, no, it's not a revitalization of Tobago Fest at all. There are differences, and the marked differences is that we are going to pull from each aspect of what a carnival celebration looks like and infuse and encourage standout scenarios. For instance, we are proposing a festival ground, and in doing so, we are doing a build out that would encompass any and all of what Tobago's living and Tobago culture would look like, and we're encouraging everyone to come into that space throughout the weekend to witness and experience Tobago living.
All right, so I want you to break it down for me because I know that we talking kind of a bit general still about what's happening, but what is the thing that makes this so uniquely Tobago?
So uniquely Tobago would be that we are shaping this in the way and fashion that we want. First of all, it's a carnival on the weekend, and we're including stuff like the parade of bands, which would traditionally be on a Monday and a Tuesday. Unique in that we have already identified our unique seller in the entire thing, and we believe that that's unique selling point from a player's perspective, someone who is into what we have three moving events so far, and that is, like I said, the Juve, the Night Mass, and the Parade of Bands. And the Juve, which is the presentation by Mud and Mud, which is something that we've identified as uniquely Tobagonian in its presentation, in its iteration. And again, I don't want to give too much of it, but we're encouraging persons to come in on this weekend to really experience what Tobago has to offer. And so the mud presentation, for instance, will be one of them. And we are looking at the ritualistic aspect of this, while really speaking to the fact that persons coming in can look forward to an entire weekend. Don't want to focus just on one thing, but an entire weekend of activities.
Of activities and celebration. Now, I know one of the things that we oftentimes focus on, at least in Trinidad Carnival, would be the competition aspect of things. We have the Calypso Monarch, we have the Soca Monarch, we have the Parade of the Bands, which is an actual competition in Trinidad. Are we going to see anything similar to that in Tobago?
So we're proposing to remove competition from this aspect of Tobago Carnival. In doing so, we are looking to do a showcase. And if you're looking at it, it's not a season, it's just a weekend. And so it's a capsule of the best of the best. So we have removed competition by and large from the space because we felt that we wanted to encourage a different type of build out. And like I said, it's not the national scheme of things, and so persons should look forward to just a weekend of wild abandon, freedom, and culture, the Tobago way, but encompassing what is the best of Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice. While abandon, you say, while abandon and culture.
For instance, the routes. We are going to announce the route at launch, and the route really seeks to be different in its length, because in coming out of consultations and conversations, we identified that as one of the things that we need to address in terms of persons asking for it. The route would celebrate our landscape, which is different. Obviously, we have the lush greenery, the beaches, wide expansive spaces. And so that is what we would include in all of the weekend's experience. So as you look towards coming over, you can look towards things happening at different locales.
Of course, and this will definitely provide a boost in Tobago's tourism. We're expecting international travelers. Are we hoping for Trinidadians to come over? What is the target audience? Who is the target audience?
We are encouraging everyone, Raucus, but the thing is, obviously, Trinidad is our main source market. It's the closest. We do have a regional marketing strategy as well as an international marketing strategy, as we do have flights that land here directly from places like New York. We have and will have, a weekly flight to and from Barbados. The Port Authority is looking to do a pilot Tobago Grenada. And of course, there are the European flights and British Airways and Virgin that we are tapping into all source markets.
Nice. Now, you spoke of flights there just now, and I remember one of the things that came out of the last long weekend that we had is people were complaining that there weren't enough flights to get from Trinidad to Tobago and back. Have you all been in conversations with Cal as well about providing more service at this point in time?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. As a matter of fact, the Chief Secretary indicated that he was proposing a meeting. I believe that meeting would have taken place by now between himself and the Airport Authority, asking for an extension in the hours of operation just to accommodate the number of persons wishing to come to the island on that particular weekend.
Nice. This sounds absolutely amazing. How are people on the ground receiving this information so far? How are Tobagonians feeling about this carnival?
Tobagonians are anxious. They want what they want. They want the carnival. So that is for sure. they won the carnival. There are persons in the space gathering already in terms of how do we monetize this carnival? This is not just about celebration on one end, but for some people, this is their livelihood, and some others will join. So we're looking to unearth talent. We're looking to see the creativity of our people come out in this particular instance. But we're also tasked with building a product that really speaks to the financial gains and the financial aspect of, doing such a festival. It's an investment by the Tobago House of Assembly. And so we would like persons to view it as such. So for some persons, it would be participation on the level of, playing mass, going out there and partaking in stuff like the eats, the sites, the whatever. But also for others, it's a time to make money. I mean, after pandemic, the creative industry really took a hard hit. Most industries, but in particular the creative industries. And so we're looking to find a space now to have people look at what can be done in terms of not just costume making, but the whole plethora of events that can take place within a carnival or festival setting that would be, important for everyone. Yeah.
Meisha, do we have an idea as of now as to how much this investment is going to be costing the THA?
All right, so we are at this time finalizing budget, and so I wouldn't speak to budget until it's approved, and which will be very soon. This festival, obviously, when you're putting together a festival of this nature, would cost some. But the thing is, like I said, the THA has always said, and our terms of reference clearly has told us that this is an investment into the island and the people. And if you know anything about Tobago, which I'm sure you do, Raucus, we are an event island, and we do look forward to persons coming in this space and engaging in economic activity. And so this is just another build out of some sort of economic activity that is sorely needed on the island. We're also looking at sponsors and partnerships. So you might see a budget on one hand, but we are really building a product that we are looking for partners and buy-in on that level to offset some of the costs. So
all right. Do you foresee that? I know that we're doing this year in particular because, like you mentioned just now, the pandemic hit hard. We're looking for new ways to generate income, especially for the creative industries and also for tourism on the island as well. But do you foresee that this will be happening annually? Like October is going to be the new time for Tobago Carnival on a yearly basis?
It is. It is the proposed date for Tobago's carnival in terms of a second carnival. And this is the idea that we build a strong enough foundation and it makes sense for all involved so that it will be the inaugural. So we have to look out for things to come. This first year, we want to keep it simple. We want to make sure everyone who come on board do have a good time and they're safe. So there are things that we are really focusing on as the low-hanging fruits in this first iteration, but definitely looking at building out the newest tourism product on the island.
For sure. You mentioned safety just now. Are you guys at all concerned about COVID-19 spread and that sort of thing? And how are you going to mitigate those things?
So we are, COVID-19 is still with us, though waning in some instances. And we do have a security, health and safety / security committee that has been tasked with putting together all their concerns. And we are going into meeting very soon, I think in the upcoming week, with the Security Council. And that's all arms of security and health that would inform the final shape of this product. It is very important that we observe all protocols and really focus on people being safe and secure and having a good time.
All right. I look forward to this. I think it's going to be a very interesting experience, and I think it'll be something to add to the calendar on a yearly basis. I want to thank you so much for joining us, Meisha. Before you go, though, can we get an idea as to when we're going to get the launch date or when we're going to get something that we could say, all right, we launched the Carnival for Tobago?
The calendar of events. So we are already nearing the end of June, and this committee, I must say good morning to the committee members, 15 of us, who have really sat down over the past month and met with stakeholders, sat and built out this product, and we are looking to do it right. So in the next week, you would hear from us on launch date, and you would have an idea of what is on the plate. I mean, I gave you very bare bones right now. I'm leaving some surprises for launch, but know that we've really sat and put together everything that we've considered in terms of the timing that we have and in terms of what we think that, based on our consultations that we've done, what is necessary for building out a successful festival.
Well, Meisha, I hope that you come back to give us some more information when you do launch, because I'm
Sure.
sure I'll have more questions when you launch.
Sure.
All right, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, and congratulations on all your work so far. We look forward to seeing the fruits of your labor.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of your day. That's Meisha Trim, the chairman of the Tobago Planning Carnival Committee, and we look forward to seeing what they're going to be presenting to us very, very soon. Tash, how you feel about the Carnival in Tobago in October?
Oh, it's wonderfully exciting. I'm listening to everything that Meisha had to say, and I can already see the future, and it is so bright. And I mean, of
I
course.
look forward to the mud. I think, you know, people don't know, a lot of people don't know how, like, that mud aspect of Tobago's carnival is so traditional and is so deep-rooted within them that, like, I remember, there's a guy who calls on Talk City, and he tells me every time we talk, well, not every time, but he tells me often about the ritual of the mud and how big it used to be and how it was like a bigger deal than even Juve. You know what I mean? Like, you would come out after Juve with your mud as though it is a costume.
Wow.
Proper costume and plain mass, and it was fantastic thing. So I look forward to Tobago Carnival in October. I think it's going to be very, very interesting, and I know that you want to be a part of it too. So stay tuned. We're going to give you all the information right here on TTT and the Now Morning Show. We take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to help you choose something else besides flour. And we have good people to talk about it too. Stay tuned.
Oh, okay, sure.
Let me just move to the
Morning. Hi. I'm good, thanks. Sure. Alicia. Yeah. Alicia, that's fine.
Set up camera 2 on that? Yeah.
Morning. Hi. Same here, right? So I can call you Tasha, right? Yeah, because morning. Hi. Yes.